Ooh. Hello, hello, hello. And yet again, the music's not working. There you go. Hello, everybody. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you may be, whatever part of the world. How are you all doing on this Friday evening? Chris is needing go. Hello, Chris. Hello, Katie Telfer, and hello, because he's going on his house. He is still working. Although the camera and the mouse that he's just on are just pushed off the desk. He rammed into it and pushed it back on the desk. I hope you're all having a good week. Or had a good week, I should say. We have some decisions to make about this little guy. H-Rave, Chris. Is that a typo? I have no idea what H-Rave means. Thank you for joining the stream. I encourage you to subscribe, follow us. If you have a Twitch Prime and you're not following anyone, you can use the Twitch Prime here on this channel. Also, check out the live coders. You go to livecoders.dev, which apparently is easy to I am not with it tonight. I am not prepared. I have no plans for this. Background is a little bit loud. I have no plans for this stream at all. It's totally unprepared because everything's going on. Let's turn. How's that, Chris? Is that better? So as I was saying, check out the live coders. You can get to that from livecoders.dev and F5 to the rescue. Refresh. So, stream update. I'm not too sure what to do tonight because what I had planned hasn't come together. So I thought I'd better start the stream and see where we end up. So it's in the hands of us all. This guy, he's eligible for return to Amazon until I think it's the I am quiet. Why does everything seems to be getting reset between streams? I don't quite understand why. Let me fix this. Hold a second. Hold on a second. Hold on. Hold your horses. Hold your horses. And once again, I've not touched the microphone, I've not done anything, but the gain was all the way down. Again, I don't know. Sorry about that. That should be fixed now. Let me know if you can hear me okay. Cobase Alpha said I was too quiet. I'll have a slurp a cup of tea. Vector! Do we send him back? Because I'm not rich. And I'm a little bit afraid of having £150 brick. Much better. Excellent. So do we send this little guy back? Hello, Michael Jolly. We are just discussing that this stream has not prepared because we've got to discuss he is eligible. This guy is eligible to be sent back to Amazon on the 10th or by the 10th. And I was just saying I'm a little bit worried about having a £150 brick, which I don't want. And then this thing, even with the new power supply, still doesn't work. So my plan tonight was to code this, but because this hasn't worked and because I haven't had time to sort out a power supply or get a return or get a new one, it's messed my stream plans up, so I have no plan. But I'm sure we'll figure out something. So yeah, Do we send Vector back? I will try and find the post. Can you tell I'm not with it tonight? Hopefully that, if I do this. What's Codebase for Alpha saying? Is there something you can place Vector with? You mean like another bot or anything? I don't think so. There's nothing quite like him. And because he's cloud-based, if we lose access to the servers, to some extent, he will die. So it's all in the laps of the gods at the moment, unfortunately. The email I saw today, which was from GitHub, was this. I need to change screens again. It was this email here. You guys probably can't see that very well, but it's basically saying that there's no plans, and it's from one of the developers on the Anki team. I don't have any information about the future of Vector functionality. I would like to just say I recommend not clearing user data or hard resetting it. Hard resetting if there's any issues. Save your GUID, cert, etc. Once you've set up with the SDK, he's basically just saying back it all up, don't reset him, and we'll just have to wait and see what happens with the backend server. So no, there's nothing as such we can replace him with, unfortunately, that I know of, unless somebody in the community knows of something. I believe I bought a power supply good enough. I might have not done for the CCTV pan tilt. Is it CCTV? Did you see the update on the? Yes, that's it. I think, yeah, that's the update I saw. Don't know, because in my mind, I'm looking at this little guy and thinking he could die, or I could send him back and I can put him towards something else, like a headphones or a keyboard, or towards a 3D printer, or something along those lines. I don't know. If this hasn't happened, I wouldn't have no doubt, and I would have carried on with what we were doing. But now it's made me nervous, and I'm not sure what to do. And then, if we just quickly, I think you can see what I'm doing. Let's move him out of the way for a second. I'm going to try this once more, but I don't think it does anything. The interesting thing about this is it still doesn't power up the Pi, even with the servers disconnected. So I don't actually think it's a power issue. I think it could actually be a faulty unit somewhere. Oh, that's the wrong view. Should we try that one? Whoops. I'm severely lacking in power in this room as well. So if we get it so you guys can see the LED, which would actually help. There's an LED next to the power LED, which normally flashes if you haven't used the Raspberry Pi before. And that is showing that it's not booting, basically. If we unplug this... Ugh. Got to keep an eye on that little robot because he just roams around and tends to push things off the desk. Good evening, Ancient Coder. How are you? On this Friday afternoon. Evening. Well, I guess it depends where you are. So without that on, you can see it boots fine. You probably can't see that. Oh, there you go. It boots fine. So this is okay. The new power supply is okay. It appears to be something going on with this. If we take these off completely, push those right through. I'm just waiting for this to boot, and I'll turn it off and we'll put it back on again. Short circuit. It could be, but it would be on this board, and this board's supposedly brand new. If there is one, I can't see it. Let me just rescue. He's about to jump off the back of the desk. Yeah, it's been a long week. It's been a busy week for me. Okay, so they're obviously disconnected now. So if we mount this back on again, I'm basically repeating all the testing that I've done off stream. But I've been unable to obtain a Raspberry Pi official. It's a 2-week lead time on delivery. Now, if this boots, this will be the first time it's ever booted with the hat on. And it does the same. So it's not the power draw from the servos. Chris, you've burnt your teeth. You're back on the PC. Is this the brand new PC? And you're getting takeout, and the missus has gone out, and you're watching a live stream. So it sounds like a good evening for you, really. Yeah, so I think this board, unfortunately, is defunct. It must be. It must be something on this 40-pin connector. Or, I mean, if we take the power out of this, the only other thing we could try, which I haven't tried, which I've literally just thought of, is we could try another Pi. I do have another Pi. Chris, you have a Surface Pro. That's ideal for the kitchen. Touchscreen, kickstand, take the keyboard off. Right, as I've just had that thought, thanks to Codebase Alpha, I am going to try another Pi if I can manage to open the right blinking drawer. Because the Pi 3 does have a higher voltage requirement. So I'm wondering with the 2, is it too much? So if we try a Pi 2, still get the PC up and running, but it's almost there. I had the iPad in here, Agent Coder. You see Agent Coder. For some reason, oh, I know what it was. This has got blue tack on the bottom, which brings me to something I've been working on, which I think I will talk about. I think I should change this to talking or just chatting, because that's what I'm pretty much doing at the moment. Hey Vector, be quiet. So far, no servers has gone off for Vector. He's still responding to commands. Somewhere on one of the Discords, I think it was, said they got a message on there saying, "I'm going to miss you, Anki." So whether the servers are going down country by country or something, who knows? So this one is this is a 3, and this a Model B, and this is a Model B plus. And I think this has a higher voltage, so let's see, which is a good idea actually, if it actually works off this one. What we'll do is we'll put it on without the servos connected, and see what happens, I guess. There we go. I'll take the SD card out of this one. And we'll pop it in this one. There we go. And we'll power it up and see what happens. Oh. The cable's short. I think I could do with one of those USB powered banks. Try and do this so you can see the LEDs along with me. Fiddly, fiddly, fiddly. Where did the blue tack come from? H-encoder. It's slipping around on the desk, and I put some blue tack on the points to push it onto the desk to stop it sliding around. Which brings me to something I've been working on this past week, which I will show you at some point. I'm getting all confused which way I want to do this. Ah! Dan! Keep dropping the cable, it's too short. Ah! Right, okay, let's do this. This looks to be booting. Yeah, I could do that, Chris. Okay, let's put the servos back on. I think that's booting. It's hard to tell. I was going to say, let's put the servos back on, see if it boots. I've been considering buying. You can get it's a clip that goes on here. It's got a magnet in, and then you stick another clip somewhere on the wall or on a desk, and then you just snap them to desks, and then you just pull them off when you want them. They look really cool. It's really hard to get the software out bending pins. It reminds me of the old IDEs on PC builds. You used to always bend the pins, pulling the ID cable off. I believe brown ground, red 5, orange servo. Got any bulldog clips laying around? They were. I haven't, no. No, unfortunately. Right, let's see if this still boots. So I guess this, at the moment, this is turning into a stream of a continuation of Wednesday stream. How did we like the Wednesday stream? Shall I do that as a regular thing? Or, you know, semi-regular? I don't know. I can't promise to be able to do it every Wednesday. Interesting, so it appears to be booting. I need to get the monitor cable from over there, and the monitor, obviously. There is definitely a gap on Wednesdays. Ooh. Okay, Wednesdays could be a goer then. Okay, let's try and get let's unplug this. I might have to move power. Right. Before I get into moving all that round and whatnot, let me... Kobe Alpha, you could move your stream a little bit later, couldn't you? Well, assuming you physically can, but I think you were talking about moving it. Okay, so I need to go back to that one. So when you have I need to explain myself here, to explain my thinking, because if you don't see the thinking, you might not understand what I'm trying to do. So the blue tack situation, it was blue tack down onto the desk, and you would have a circuit and it's plugged into the I/O pins, and then you want to move it because you want to tidy up. You just want to put it away. You're not going to work on it for a little bit, and then you're picking it up like this and you're doing all this business, and it's a bit of a pain. So a colleague in work has a 3D printer that he takes into work or leaves in work. So I thought, let's see whether I can design something. So the other night, I popped onto Tinkercad, and I've never done anything like this before, really. And I came up with, this is a few iterations on. Just did it, Chris. And I came up with this. So what the idea was is you've got a sort of a workbench, and then these points support the mounting of a Raspberry Pi and a Arduino. That fella. So you can mount that, and then through iterations, which I'll show you what I've printed in a second. I ended up doing these slots, and then we can plug some modules on, which I'm in the middle of designing other ones now. So this was for the camera. So the idea is that pushes into there, and you can mount the camera. And if you needed a battery for the Arduino, you can push that in. The thinking is now sort of expanded a little bit. We can make this into a U shape, and then you'll be able to have that. You can have other platforms above it and below it. So then, after doing that, my first, which I didn't save the drawing annoyingly, my first iteration of this, if I go back to this one, my first iteration was this. So I had this fixed, so that's fixed, and then once it printed out, I put the Pi on. This was too close and was pushing the Pi off, and also I didn't do that wide enough. And then I realised, of course, the I/O pins are on this side. You could turn it around that way, I guess, but then the holes weren't in the right place. So then it moved on to being this. I took the feet off it. So I made it wider. I swapped it round, so that now fits in there neatly. And the board fits on there. And then obviously once it's all screwed down, you've got something to pick up. And you can put it away, put it in a box, whatever you want to do. So then from there, it iterated into what you see on screen pretty much. So then the reason green was in the printer, so that's why I've used the green. But the good thing, the happy accent on the green, was it's semi-transparent. So it let me see how the slots worked. So that's the loose one. That was the first one I printed. So I did it too thin. The other one is in my bag, which is down here. So this is another one I printed. That pops in, and then it's fairly stable, doesn't drop out or anything. Easy to take out. You can put it on the other side. So it's turning into this modular sort of what you call it, like a PC workbench or a Raspberry Pi workbench. And then that's another one I printed off. So I made it taller. So if you look at the two together, this one's taller because I figured if you're going to put a camera on, you're going to want it a little bit higher. Don't know if you can quite see that. It's not much taller, but it is. So yeah, so The blue tack led to this. And then if you wanted to, if you had this and you wanted any other designs, so I was thinking today, it's amazing how the physical, having it physically in your hand feeds the ideas. So I had that on there, and then if these were L shapes, or U shapes, then you could have another one above it. So you could have a couple of Arduinos or other things plugged into it. So yeah, that's what I've been working on this week. Right, I'm going to go and sort out the monitor now. The 3D printer is here. It's there. If I get a chance over the weekend, I may or may not do a stream with that. I don't know. So at the moment, let's get the monitor plugged in so we can test the Raspberry Pi 3 Model B, not the Plus, with this and see whether we can get this working. Because if we can get this working, the pan tilt, then we can have a go at programming it and see where it takes us. I think you'd want support on the other end too. Yeah, possibly. I mean, it's all trial and error. This is something I've literally been doing this week. I've been doing the designs in the evening, printing it off in the day and work. Because it's literally go in, tell it to print, and wait 3 hours. Okay, so I am just going to take my headset off. Okay, so we can try this now. Or can I? Power again. Let me move the power. Sorry. Okay, well, it's booting. That's further than what we got last. That's further than what we got last time. So far so good. Ignore the magic mirror. It's just an old magic mirror build on the SD. I have no idea whether I can SSH into this. I'll leave it on that screen just while I do a scan to see whether I can find it on the network. The code base, I was going to check chat because I think I missed something. There's a gap on there, very true. I'd like to move a little later, but it's tricky currently. What I really want is a third stream per week. You must have a really bad delay, Chris. Is that on your PC now or on the iPad? You want 3 streams a week. I'm struggling to get 2 going. One's hard enough. I am looking for it. It's not going to be that. Raspberry Pi Foundation. Ah. On your Surface. Are you happy with the PC, Chris? I'm so happy for you because I really want you to. I know you tried to start streaming and I felt really bad when you struggled. I don't think it's me because I'm streaming at a constant 2,438k B per second. Alright, okay. Strange. All seems okay my end. I've not even dropped any frames yet. I normally drop a few per stream. Seems good your end. Okay. I don't know whether Telnet's set up. If it's not, I'm going to have to grab a keyboard. Yeah, I'm happy. I've ordered a few more bits on Amazon, which should arrive tomorrow. I think there's always a bit of a delay. Okay. 1.21. Right, okay. It mustn't be open. I'm going to go on a quick break. The break's just to go and get the keyboard. I will be back shortly. Shouldn't be too long. I'll just leave it there because I have no idea why that's not working. Back in a sec. There's no wireless on this either, is there? Ah! It always helps when you plug it into the network, doesn't it, chaps? I feel like the stream is... Chris, how much do you have to reinstall? This stream is a bit of a mess tonight, apologies. Let's get this cable round here. I so didn't have time to get set up. I'm singing like Mike Jolly. I'm singing like Mike Jolly. Is he still working in the chat? Is he gonna tell me off? Is he gonna tell me off? Doopy 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 doo. Doopy 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 doo doopy doopy doo. Doopy doopy. Doopy doopy doo. I'm ready for new headphones. Having a wire is no good. Visual Studio, Docker, OBS, WSL, probably a few other bits in total. Yeah, true. I have taken the approach of install it when I need it, and then you're only installing what you actually come to use, but that's a pain as well. So if I jump back to that, you should be able to... I haven't got a capture card anymore. I gave it to Ethan. Yeah. Which is a bit of a shame. Okay, so it doesn't seem this Bluetooth. I can't remember the specs of. Let's just see whether this has got a IP address now. Raspberry Pi configuration. Kobe Alpha, have you purchased a Raspberry Pi yet? Because you were toying with the idea. Pressing the wrong keyboard, that's not going to help. SSH. So we should be able to get into this now. It wants a reboot. Still need to figure out a project. Magic mirror. Make your own Alexa. Okay, let's see whether I can ping it. I can. This is looking slightly better. Okay. Always conscious the stream can't see the text, so try and make it big enough so you can. Is something off there? Let me know if you're not happy with the layout of the screen. There we go, we're getting somewhere. Oh, now I've got to remember the password. Maybe. Nope. Here we go. Okie dokie. I guess we now have to go back to the instructions to find out how to use this thing. Because as far as we know at this point, it's powered up. I haven't plugged the camera in. Gosh darn it. Chris, you finally installed OBS on it and ran the autoconfig. What do you guys reckon? Let's have a look. Let's bring this on stream. If that's okay to bring it on stream. Twitch, auto, video bitrate. Well, that video bitrate's higher than mine. I stream at 2500. Yeah. Streaming encoder, MVEC, yeah, that's what I use. Base output scale. I think I stream at 1080, 30 frames per second though. But it should tell you that in the actual stream, shouldn't it? It only says 1080, it doesn't tell me exactly the frame rate, although OBS will. I think that's going to be okay. I mean, you need to do a test stream, Chris, or record yourself and see what it's like, and then do a test stream, and then play that back and see what you think. 5-10 minute one should do you, I would imagine. Sounds like it should be okay. Yep, it should be okay. I think you'll be okay. Right, what we doing? We need to find the instructions for this device from somewhere. Wave share, wasn't it? That we were using on Wednesday. Pan tilt, because I can't see it on there. There was a pan tilt hat in there, was it that one? There it is. That seems really big. There's the instructions. There's a wiki. I've lost the chat. Let's get the chat back. Do it over the weekend. Might also do one Monday mid-morning, early afternoon when the missus has to work. Oh, she has to work on a bank holiday. Right. Okay, so the video is not plugged into the camera, so we'd need to do that. Although at this point, I'm just interested in seeing the servos move. So what's it say here? Let's have a read. Proper read of what we're doing. You can download the demo code from the wiki, uncompress and copy to Raspberry Pi directly or clone from GitHub. Okay, should we just do this as we walk through it? Oh, chat's not on the stream, is it? Why isn't chat on the stream? There we go. That was weird. Okay, so that's cloned. Let's have a look inside. Oh, I've got. Wow, that was weird. It went really slow. Okay, server driver changes execution permissions and enter the folder. Oh, I've jumped a step. So sudo change mod 777 r pan tilt boom cd pan tilt install libraries. To run the examples you need to install related libraries first: WingPy, BCM 2835 and Python. Otherwise examples cannot work properly. Download the libraries and install. Okay. Oh, it's an actual link. It actually did it. Okay, so we've got that. There it is, yeah. Sudo tar zxvf bcm. Okay, so we've done that. BCM. So we try BCM 285. Is that what I'm going to? 285-1.58. Yeah, okay. And then sudo configure. Configure, Wayne. Configure, not config. Make. Doesn't need sudo make because I got permission denied there. Okay. Sudo make check. Total 1, pass 1, skip 0, x fail 0, x pass 0, error 0. Okay, so now we do sudo make install. And looking at that installed okay. Download is, then command you should execute sudo tar xz. We did that, didn't we? ECM283, yeah. It's kind of repeating itself there. Sudo apt-get install git, which presumably already installed. Sudo git clone git drogon. I've said drogon, so I immediately thought of Game of Thrones. Okay, we've done that. Excellent. So cd is there, brilliant. Sudo build. Bit of C components going on here. Chris is back. Welcome back, Chris. Let me guess, that was your takeaway arriving. Okay, so we've done that. So now we do sudo apt-get install Python pip. Not ordered it yet. That was putting the definitive in. Okay. I'm really curious to what you're doing now. Sudo pip install rpi.gpio. Here we go. Sudo pip install spy dev. I guess that is whatever the S stands for. Okay, it's already got it by the looks of it. Sudo apt-get install Python imaging. Why does typing go to pot when you feel like you're being watched? Happens when someone stands behind me as well. Let's having a good old think about this. The music's going a while. Curious about what you do. Yeah, with a dough, and you've ordered out, takeout as well. I'm confused. Sounds like you're making pizza, but I don't know. I'm not a food connoisseur by any stretch of the imagination. What is going on with my overlays? My overlays are all messed up. Well, apparently we're waiting for it to connect down here. It looks like mirror server that this isn't answering. It's going so well as well. Oh, Vector's trying to get back to his desk and he can't make it because I've made such a mess. Not his desk, his dock. Dough was a ready-made bread mix. It was getting close to date, so the missus asked me to use it and turn it into cheesy Japanese bread. Oh, okay. No, it hasn't crashed. The Pi is still responding. It's just that this part of the process is taking forever. Oh, come on. What's it doing? Okay, I hit return it. It carried on. Sudo got at Python SM bus. Okay. Enable the i2. Well, I haven't got the camera installed, so I don't know if that'll let me do this. So we might have to stop at this point, get the camera installed, and come back to it. Let's see what happens. Can I run that on here? Come on. Yes, I can. Can you guys hear the music? Has the music gone off? So strange, this issue. You can, alright, okay. I was just, it wasn't bouncing on my levels. Interface options. Presumably we go into this. Yes. The ARM I2C interface is enabled. Before you assemble the servos to pan tilt, please test this over with test codes to avoid the servo to stuck when rotate. Connect the servos. You should connect the server to pan. Connect the pan server close to hat board to S1 and connect the tilt server close to camera. Please adjust the camera angle of the server when assembling by using test codes, avoiding both damaging. If you say so. Run the test code. Where's the test code? Have I got test code in here? Test. Sudo make main is up to date. Sudo main. Oh. Well, we've discovered something. It's not faulty. You can hear it. Did you hear it move? Oh, yeah, the music. After running both servos, will rotate 0 degree, place the starter place, then power off and assemble the servo. Do not rotate the servo while assembling. Oops, I did that a number of times. So I don't know if you saw that move or not, but it did. I think by accident I've got it right on quick inspection. It'll be fine. That's what I'm thinking, Chris. It'll be fine. Right. To run the server driver and lights examples, please enter the following folder. So now we're getting told to come out of there. Come out of there. Go into PCM. This is just the 2.8. I presume it means the actual. Doesn't say that, but I assume that's what it means. Sudo main. I don't have that folder. BCM 2835. Sudo main. Just not happy with that. Examples folder. Did I miss the oh, it's it. You are. I missed the examples folder, didn't I? Silly me. Oh, we have 2 examples folders. There's examples and there's examples again. I can't see that PCM one anywhere though. Inside examples. Wiring is there. I guess we're already in it. Sudo main. To run the server driver and light sensor, please enter the following folder. It's inside that folder. Then I want to go into here. Then type main. What about following the Python sub Python mate? Yeah, I think what this is doing now is reading the light sensor, which is on the back of it. So if I put my finger over it, yeah. So I put my finger over the light sensor, so it's gone dark. So the lux has gone down to 3. Paired 1 down. Yes, Chris, that sounds like a plan. But it is actually working. Which I'm curious to why it doesn't work on the plus 3. On the B plus, the B plus. Blah. So okay, let's jump into the Python, like you suggested. Hey, thanks Codebase Alpha for the cheer. We got something working. It's not broke. Woohoo! I suppose we should have a yabba dabba do. I gotta do sudo. Man, I've been doing a lot in Python lately. Program end. If that prompt fails, if it prompt that files is not exist when running BCM, please execute make. Amazing English. Not sure what happened with that one. Let's jump out of there and go down to here. Go back into light sense. This is all going to be the light sensor though, isn't it? I guess. Sudo main. So we're getting zeros off that. And nothing when I put my finger over it. Curious. So on the BCM one, that works. And it's seeing this really bright and then dark when I put my finger over the light sensor. So that's working. So the hardware's working so far. Camera. To use the camera, you first need to do settings. We can't do the camera because I have not plugged it in. How do we enable good camera by the following last chapter? Modify nano, add statements to end, reboot the Pi, install libraries. Enter the Python web folder. Wow, there's a bunch of work we have to do on this. Oh, I see what it's doing. So if I go back up to this. It is pretty involved, more involved than I thought it would be. But what do you expect for 20 quid, I guess. So if I go into Web Python, which enter Web Python, type password to get the current path. Oh, no, it's not password, is it? Get the IP. I know the IP already. It's on. It'll be on ETH. Can't I just run it? Oh, I've got to tell it where the host is. Change the host address. Save and exit. So what file am I editing? Main py. So sudo nano main.py. Where's the imports? There's a bunch of imports here. Then there's 6. We've got a socket on this one. OS change directory. Host. There's a host one apparently. Host, there you go. Get host IP. Oh, so they wrote the code. So this is out of date. So I'm assuming if I do this. File line 35 module PWPCA line int self-write mode 0x00 IO error input output error. Okay. Server driver will rotate it. There is a server driver folder in here. I'll try the Python one for fits and giggles. Sudo Python main. That's failed as well, with a similar error, or exactly the same error. Let's try the BCM. I think it's going to be main, but I need sudo in front of it. It says it initiated, but didn't do anything. Oh. I think it did. I think it moved the head back. Curious. Ah, right, so there's an exe to download. Which the new edge is blocking me. But I presume this exe connects to a web server to control it. Okay, I'm going to try and do what I'm told, but it doesn't really make that much sense if I'm honest. Okay, so we're back there. Python hat, web Python. Yeah, that's there. Okay, cool. And then we need to grab the path. Hat problem still. Kind of. We've tried it on a Raspberry Pi Model B, not the B+, and it's powered up with that. And we ran a test and we've had the head move, so it is working, and the light sensor works as well on the back of it. So we are making progress. It's just that the instructions aren't great, to say the least, but we are muddling our way through it, slowly but surely. So I've got that. I know the IP address, but that shouldn't matter. I need to modify sudo nano main py, and then os change directory road. See, it looks like it tries to. See, that to me looks like they've updated the code. So was it? Great. What do you reckon? Because that looks like code road equals road os get cwd. I presume that is like get path or get the current path. Python os get cwd, get current working directory. Yeah, get current working directory. So we don't need to do what the instructions are telling us to, because the code's been updated to do it for us. I wonder whether host. Oh, it's trying to run 8,000. I wonder whether that's already in use by something. Because this is a Magic Mirror build, so it's possible. So if I change that to 80, 8080, sudo python. What do we get here? Traceback, most recent core last, main, line 35, module, PC. Input output error. It does say if you get any errors somewhere. Enable camera, modify the modules, sudo etc modules, add statements, reboot Raspberry Pi to find the video is appear in dev folder. I don't think that's going to. That's all to do with the camera. Which, to move it around, we shouldn't have to worry about the camera, I wouldn't have thought. But the software might be looking for the camera, which is causing it to crash. Okay, let's connect the camera because that could be causing some of our issues. I didn't think I knew where that was then for a second. What's Chris is saying? If you do Control C, it should show the line numbers. What does it show on line 41? Or open the file using C switch. I wonder if it's a rubbish entry in the URL. It won't parse properly. Possibly. I was going down the avenue of it's looking for the camera, and because I've not enabled it and plugged it in, it's failing because it's designed to look for the camera. Oh, it says it up here, look. No need to manually modify the directory. The server button click is changed to continuous. IP does not need to be modified. Automatic acquisition. Right, let me connect the actual. Need to shut it down, don't I? Annoyingly, I'm gonna have to unplug it all, and the blinking cables fell on the floor again. I should have used your Bluetooth idea, Chris. And it all falls on the floor. Yeah, I thought the camera connection on this might have been broke on this one. We might be okay, although I've no idea whether I've put that in the right way or the wrong way. I'm suspecting it's the wrong way. Heck, be right back. Oh, I don't know. I can't remember. It's a long time since I've messed with these cameras. Heck, heck, heck. That's in there. And then we need to connect it to this fella, which is now on this weird mount thing, which doesn't work very well. We'll take it off the weird mount thing. Well, that didn't work. I need more hands. There we go. There we go. Okay, so pop that back on there. Pop the camera back on, which is easy said than done. It may be upside down, but that shouldn't matter because we should be able to flip it in software. Plug it back in. Keyboard, mouse, and then. Okay, so let's get the cable. I got the wrong cable. Heck. It's booting back up, people. It's booting back up. Can I position this camera so you can see the screen and the pie? Chris is back. Not much chatting going on in the chat room tonight, but that's fine. If you all want to lurk, you all lurk away. Can I move that over there so you can see it? In case it does move. No Vector to play with. Well, he's here. We can play with him. I haven't turned the bot on, I guess. Multitasking. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to make you feel guilty. It just seemed a bit quiet for a Friday night. I go to all that effort and then I move the camera. What a manoeuvre. So do you want to see this or do you want to see the code side? I don't know. That's right in the way where my arm goes for the mouse. We are here though. Woohoo! Doesn't seem like a chatty in suspense to see it work. Yeah, I never thought it was going to be this much work if I was honest. If I'm honest even. Right, okay, let's get... I may as well switch back to the code screen so you can actually see what I'm doing. Right. That didn't work. I messed that up. There we go. Okie dokie. I'm gonna go for the pan tilt, and then I'm gonna go into the web Python, and then I'm just gonna run it because YOLO. What am I doing? That's the wrong one. There it is. You're coding as you watch. Aha! That got us somewhere else. That got us server is running. MP streamer version, unversion directory could not. Oh, I didn't enable the camera, did I? I didn't do all this. Just updated my on-stream MS bot to project version 4 blah blah blah. Wow. I'll try that again because I completely mangled it. Just updated my on-stream MS bot project to 4.4. NuGet package manager refused to do the update. Had to edit the CS project and rebuild. Yeah, that is odd. I wonder why that is. We need to do this and enable the camera if it's not already enabled. So let's do this. Sudo Raspberry Pi. config. So is it Raspberry? Yes, sorry. Here we go. Where is it? Number 5. Camera. Yes. Camera is enabled. Excellent. Sudo reboot. It wants us to reboot it. Sure, we can do that. Sudo reboot. You should see it reboot. Top right corner. It says vector cam up there. It's a bit of a lie at the moment. Okay, we have rebooted. We have rebooted. We have rebooted. We are reconnected. Test camera. You can test your camera with a Raspberry still. Ras, I still, O image, JPEG. I think we can say, at least, the camera worked. If I do this, it's taking a picture of my hard drive dock. So yes, the camera works. Something works! About the details of Raspberry still command, you can do. Okay, we're not bothered about that. Note that you should connect the display, preview the camera. To record video via the camera, you need to use the command Raspberry 5. Yeah, this is right. Enable weapons. Enable camera by phone. The last chapter. Modify the modules. Okay, let's do what we're told. Sudo nano etc modules. Ooh. Oh, Mike, thanks for the cheer. Much appreciated. Am I doing the right file? Yeah, I'm doing the right file. etc modules, add statements, BCM to the end of the file. Note that the 412 is lowercase I instead of number 1. So BCM 2835-4 no V 4 I 2. Let's save that. What was I doing? Reboot the Pi. Again? Good thing is, it doesn't take long to reboot. Need to invest in a capture card. Need to invest in a capture card. I've just found where it says 30 frames per second. I knew I'd seen it somewhere. It says it on the bottom of the bar in OBS. Okay, we're back. So let's connect to this again. I will switch back to that. I don't know when Okay, and then what it wants us to do now, reboot the Raspberry Pi, then you'll find a video in the dev folder. Video. No, there is no video. No video there, is there? Literally no video. Did I do this right? Add statements BCM2835-4I2. That don't work. Do you think it matters? It probably does, isn't it? It's Linux, case sensitive. Yes, that's yes, that's. I always forget Linux is case sensitive. Do, please boot. Here we go. Let us back. Okay. Shall we see whether we've got the folder in dev? I'm not seeing it. There is no video folder. Let's try this Rasp Pi video. Yeah, it's vid, isn't it? So sorry, video -0 video 8264 -T 1000. I didn't do this. Oh. Error opening output file. No output file will be generated. Sudo. It's. I don't know if you can see that, but it's flashing up on the screen and then going off again. Is that 1 second? Ah, the 1000 is 1 second, so I've changed it to 5000. Ah, so if I do that to 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. I wonder whether this matters then. Wow, not functioning tonight. No locate command. I don't think it records it, does it? Did it say it recorded it? Or was it just outputting it? Oh, you said it does. It says to record. So So presumably it'll be dumped in the folder I was in, which was dev when I ran it. No, it wasn't. I'm in the root, so it should be. There's a video there. So is that a file? I have no idea what will play it. But there is a video file in the root where I run it. Probably needs something like what's it called? Is it FL? What am I thinking of? FLM, FLV, FLV. Yeah, it is FLV. Okay. That's come up now. BCM 2835-VI2 ETC modules. Yes. Do 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 do. Come on, install. Okay. Install that as well. Say yes. Taking its time. So what do we think of the 3D printed Raspberry Pi workbench idea as he drops it on his keyboard while I'm waiting for this to happen? Chris was on the phone. I've just dropped parts of it on the keyboard as well. I don't know what this is doing. Lol. SSH pi at I was doing that, wasn't I? Sudo. Let's do that again and try not drop anything on the keyboard this time. Oh, matron. Have I broke it? Oh, it doesn't even want to reboot. There you go, it's gone. Just took its time. Heck! Heck! Checking in progress on disk 1. Oh god, I didn't like that. It's checking that. It's doing a check this essentially. You probably can't see that, but that's what it's doing. 96, 100%. It's gonna crash now, isn't it? And all this work's gonna go out the window. Oh, did it just boot? Yay! Maybe. Oh!
Malfunction!
I was premature on the malfunction button. Let me jump into there. Out of interest, do we have a dev folder yet? Not a dev folder, a video folder. I can't see one. No. Right, let's try this again. Made the right mess of this. DP package was interrupted. You must manually run sudo configure a to correct the problem. Oh dear. What have I done? dpkg configure a.
It can only be attributable to human error.
Does the unit do what you expected? No, in a word. It was meant to be just a pan tilt jobby. I think the problem we've been having for the last 10 minutes is my own making, because I dropped the thing on the keyboard and then rebooted it while I was trying to do the apt-get update. In terms of getting it working, it's been a lot more faff. I assumed, to be fair, that it would work with the 3B+. So that might be my error when I bought it. But in terms of getting this web side of it up and running, it's a lot more faff. My hope was to control it through the... to be able to control it through Python or something. And then give control to the pan tilt to the chat room. Originally, the idea came about so you guys can follow around Vector, so I don't know how to keep moving the camera. But then Vector might not be staying around. He might be going bye-byes. I can't decide. But seems to have bought it. And we came up with the idea before on stream to try it on a Raspberry Pi 2. I've kind of just ran with it. I'm hoping now that this will run. Don't get rid of Vector. Oh, Ancient Coder. I'm scared of having a £159 brick. When I have a chance to recover the money. If the time had passed, then yeah, fine, whatever. I can't get the money back, but I'm still in the window of getting the money back, so I don't know. Yes and no and maybe. Yes, we'll have to write our own if they don't release it open source. That would be much easier to release it open source. The other thing is as well, how do we know we can get onto him to change the URL he's pointing to? Because we don't know what URL he's pointing to. If we can't change that URL, even if we wrote our own server, we couldn't get him to talk to it. So it's a tough decision. I went into my local second-hand game electronics store, CEX, and they had a Cosmo for sale there, asking for £150, which led me to think either they aren't aware or they're just trying to shift it. Be right back. Probably aren't aware, Chris. I mean, the other thing is, if I got rid of him, got my money back, and then it became possible that there is a server online and stuff, I can always buy one second hand again, because presumably there'll be an influx of whoever's got them to get rid of them. Yes, they're going to try and get as much money back as possible for them, but I imagine it'll be about £100, £90. So we could get another one. I don't mind buying them again, or buying another one second hand off eBay or whatever. That might be even a possibility. Send this one back, buy another one off eBay for cheaper. I admit he was amazing for the stream. He's been so much fun for the stream this past few weeks. I don't know what I'm doing. What am I doing? I'm looking for this. There it is. Pantel hat is what I was looking for. And then web Python. Here we go. Found it. Sudo Python main.py. Oh look, we've got a v42l failed, so it's looking for that library that doesn't load. Almost got it to work. Is there a troubleshooting section? Do we think I've added this statement? It says add statement, but it hasn't told me what to put in, so I kind of just guessed. Maybe I've put it in wrong. Is that even possible? This file contains the name of the container modules that should be loaded at boot time, 1 per line. Lines beginning with hash are ignored. What's very possible? Sorry, Agent Coder. I don't understand. In what context? I2C sudo nano definitely in there. BCM 2835-V4I2. Never mind, delay. Rip for the delay. Rip for the delay. Why can I not run? So everything's worked apart from this BCM 28235. What if I change the order of them? Do you think that matters? Oh, can't do that. M2C dev. In the meantime, pan tilt. Oh no, I was gonna do this keyboard's annoying me. Still no video, so it still hasn't loaded. Sudo micro. Well, can I just do BCM 2835-V2I? Wow, I messed that up, didn't I? For no, I need to buy one. And I spilt tea on this one, so it hasn't been right since, and it's annoying me. There we go. How to add. I'm pretty new to this stuff. Okay, I don't know a good way to do it, but I found issue. Grep. Add it seems to be working. Hope it helps someone. File permission denied. Denied. If you want to use CS, it's not working for me. Doing literally nothing. Literally nothing. It is doing nothing, my boy. Nothing at all. According to that script, the BCM2835-4L2 is to enable the CSI module. What's very possible? Never mind. Delay on. No, I'm thinking of getting the one Clark users. Yeah, which one is that? Because I did have a little look and I couldn't remember, and I didn't have time to go to his stream to find it. Because I think his was quite reasonably priced, wasn't it? I also need new headphones because these are £20 cheap things, and I want wireless ones because I get fed up with the cable tugging. That's rebooted. Let's get back onto it. CD dev video. Still no video. Grrr. I'm thinking it's also available on Amazon UK. Talking of mechanical keyboards, the project was actually funded. Did you say you backed it too? No, Chris, I forgot to go and do it. Is it too late? Oh, that one did something. Or was that 50 quid, that one, or something? Or have I missed that one now? It is now. I forgot to do it completely. Are these cherry? Yeah. CH code. I'm not sure about the non-keypad. Not having a keypad. I think I want one with a keypad. I'm struggling big time to pick one. I'm so nervous spending £100 and odd on a keyboard that I don't know what I'm going to like. I suppose I could always send it back. I mean, the one that Chris is linked to does look nice. But that didn't have the clear switches. That's what put me off when Chris first linked to it. Oh, it's so difficult. They're not cherry. MX too cheap to be cherry. Yeah. I don't even know why I'm really fixated on it. It's just that for everything I've read, everyone says that you want the cherry ones. There's still no video there. Oh yes, there is. We have video. Bloody hell! It's not. It's not. I thought it was a folder, but it's not. Lol. I should know that. So in theory, yeah, that's a whole other minefield, isn't it? Wouldn't it be awesome to go somewhere like PC World and just have all these keyboards laid out for you to play with? If you remember back in the day, there used to be computer fairs. So computer fairs would be the way to go these days for that kind of thing. That would be awesome. Holy moly, we got it working. D-Rod, thank you for the follow.
D_Rod is now following.
I had a text message. Hey Chris, thanks for the cheer. Now we need to unpack this doobie-doob and see whether we can actually move it. Clarko's radio, 34 viewers. Ah, in come the raid. We got no defense. In come the raid. Clarkio, what have you been working on? How was your stream? How did it go? Welcome all. Thank you for the raid. Lost chat. Welcome raiders. Does anyone know what Clarkio's been working on? We ruined some perfectly fine code. I have a Devo, the build quality is kind of meh, but to be honest, I prefer the Gatorun Blues over the Cherry Blues. I have a Cherry Blues and a Ducky one. They look like little missiles. I went with the computer fair last year, cost £4 to get in. It's a bit more expensive than 50p I used to pay a decade and a half ago, and it wasn't worth... Oh wow, was it that bad, Chris? We've been working on this bot. Excellent. What's it do now? Adding more sounds. Did 7-Zip install in? I've totally lost track of what we were doing. Oh. Ew, mean. Do it again. Install. Yay. Install it again. Rambling, to be honest, it was a bit more of a chatting stream than a coding stream. That's okay. This has been largely chatting, to be honest with you. It breaks. We broke it. Yay! I dragged the missus along, so it was £8, but it only took 20 minutes to walk out. Wow. Was there nothing there, Chris? In case you're wondering what we're talking about the old school computer fairs. I was waxing lyrical about wanting to test mechanical keyboards. And I thought a computer fair might be a place to do it. Why? What's going on with this 7-Zip? Am I losing my mind here? There it is. Did someone say keyboards? Yes, Robert. We're talking about keyboards because all I'm doing is talking and not buying because I can't choose one. Goom Patoon or Pontoon broke the code, got the chair, a Twitter account. I guess lose some, win some. The chair has a Twitter account now. Oh my word. Oh, Robert Tables is here, isn't he? Build one, Robert. What, on stream? Yeah, bits and bobs there. The point with the old school trade fairs was the prices. Yeah, I agree. That kind of was the point. Where's this file? I need to find this file. Should be in downloads. He looks for downloads. Downloads. This. Was that what I downloaded? Yeah, it was. Alphabot. Just extract it already. What else? Build it off stream. Of course build it on stream, buddy. Content, content, content. Absolutely. Well, Robert, find me one with a... with a keypad. I don't know what to pick. I have no idea. Oh man. Changed the wrong one. Changed the wrong one. Ah! Right, let's do that. Do that. Ugh. Okay, so we got that. So we need to put the server address in. What is this software? Oh, we've got an error. Doesn't work. After all that, it doesn't work. Oh, you need it there, don't you, to see it? It's running on 1.11. That's correct. 8080, 8080. Does this need to be 8080 as well? Presumably not. Presumably they both can't be on the same port. Oh, succeed. Okay. It's trying to connect to the camera. Ooh. We had something happen. Let me change it to that one. Let me get there. It's moving, but not very much. What a waste of time. Maybe the server is the wrong way around? Not the best focus in the world, but it is trying. Rotation angle boundary warning. Okay, I think I've got the servo is the wrong way around. So let's shut it down and let me swap them around and see what happens. What a chore! How's everyone? How's everyone's week being? All the new people in the old chat there. Has this gone off? Oh, this is a right pain to do this, isn't it? I'll disconnect the power and try and not drop the power on the floor like I've been doing. It's just been irritating. Ah. God damn it, I dropped it. Ah! 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 Looking funky. Looking funky. Looking funky. Let's see what happens when this comes back up. Okay, so that's back up. We need to get back into the SSH. We'll jump back over to this scene. And we'll get back connected. Let's see if we can get this thing working, which that's not going to work. I'm going to say I'm in the wrong folder. Get into that folder. Run. Oh, web Python. Durr. Durr. Run that. Oh, what am I doing? Stop rushing. Run that. Okay. We've got a bit more action. This is one of the things I hate about the Pi. When it comes to these things, you end up forever waiting for it to boot off the awfully slow SD card interface. I guess, but right now I'm hating this thing that I've bought because it doesn't seem to be doing very much. So we tested the video before and the video worked, but the video is not working on this software, although it does say got connection from Blur. It's kind of working. Man, I'm disappointed in this. What? So it doesn't work with the Pi 3B Plus, this thing. And as far as I can tell on the instructions, I put the servos the right way round. Maybe this is wrong. It is moving. Yes. It's alive. Have you seen our robot? Hey, Vector. Hey, Vector. Shall we introduce you to Vector? What am I doing? I want to... Why is that not working now? Let's do this. For how long? What vector are we referring to there, Robert? That's... I can't decide what to do about him. I have not. If you give me a couple of minutes, I shall get him going for you. So I need to jump out of that and jump into this. Bear with. I nearly typed sudo on PC then. Lol. Been typing sudo all night. Okay, so that's that bit working. It's like a moving gecko, right? Yes, it can be. He was meant to be his own little character bot with Echo added on last year. Rambligi, can you get any server software on GitHub or such because the company's shutting down? Robert, we've been discussing this tonight. I've got an opportunity to send him back and get a refund. The window's still open because I've only just bought him recently. That's what's up for debate. We are talking about doing exactly what you just said. There's two issues. A, the ideal solution is for them to be open source everything. If they do that, then we have the possibility of being able to connect to him and change whatever URL he's pointing to get his commands from. If they were to do that, then we're okay. If they don't, then we're in a situation of building our own server, which we probably do, which isn't an issue. The bit I'm worried about is, can we hack Vector himself to change whatever address he's pointing to for the server? I don't know how easy that is going to be. I'm sure there's lots of people out there. So my thought pattern is at the moment, send him back, get a refund. If it becomes possible, then I can get another one second hand, probably for less money. Yes, we can. Is that your positive mental attitude there, Robert? Absolutely, fair enough. I'm wondering why the bot isn't running at this point, because he should be. Aha! Okay. So for our new guests, would someone like to give a little demo of Vector? Because he's now alive and it should work. Everything's running, I think. Shall I do it? We haven't actually tried this, have we, tonight? It's the Python. Oh. The API is not working. The SDK is not working. The authorization's not working on him. Has he died of sorts? Oh, no. Wrong one. What did I put? Did I miss a slash? Oh, I did. Silly me. Okay, Goon Bassoon, no problem. It looks like the SDK's actually stopped working anyway. Let's try... This is a slight tangent. Squirrel! Yeah. Oh. Stop typing LS. Make sure you're connected to the same network and Vector's connected to the internet. As he fell off the wireless. Oh. See, I've not run any of this since Wednesday. Well, since last... Not even the last stream, since last Friday. Uh-oh, indeed. Doesn't look good, does it? Doesn't look good at all. Vector is disconnected. Move Vector closer to your router to use. Vector is having trouble reaching Anki services. Check the internet connection on your router. Server's gone. Might have done. Router. Router? 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 We say router. What do you say? Router. Website's still up. A router is a woodworking tool. Isn't that a router though? Did he just go off again? Oh no. He's gone sad and his screen's not come on. He wants charging when he's been charging all night? What? I don't believe it. Yeah. Router, woodworking, router, network traffic. Yeah. Vector is disconnected. You guys can't see that, can you? He's definitely connected to my network because he's got an IP address. Wasn't sure whether you could see that or not. Oh yeah, I would say project and Chris would say project. I think that's what you mean. That's me pinging the little guy. Project. He's trying to connect to him on 1.5 and he's on 1.9. He lives, guys. He lives. Not just yet. Not just yet. Chris. Oh man, type in LS now. Now I'll do it, Chris. Or someone. He lives!
Nice software.
I'm still alive for the time being.
I'm really let down that the super smart IoT future will still depend on hard-coded IPs though. Well, in theory, with IPv6 it shouldn't matter. Why'd you always turn away from the camera? Glad to see channels like... Oh, thank you, Rockwell. 4202. Yeah. Feel free to follow. It helps me. Costs you nothing. You don't need IPv6. You can make him respond to all. No. I was just talking about... Wow, I was trying to mount the keyboard. I was just talking about... Unless I misunderstood what you meant. But I guess hiring people that realise that... But I guess hiring people that realise that would have explained why they are going bust. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I misunderstood you. I see what you mean. Yeah. Oh, thank you for the follow there, 4202. My overlays aren't working, are they? For some reason. There you go. White Waltz is now...
White Vowels is now following.
Thank you for the follow.
Anyone can send me a message using the bang vector C command in chat.
Yeah, anyone can make them chat. Say anything you like. So it's the command is bang vector say, and then whatever you want them to say. You meant bang. I know what you meant. He keeps driving off. Let's bring him back. That was a bit of a... I felt really sad then when I thought the servers are gone already. Oh, Mike Jolly, it's vector space say space what you wanted to say. I suppose we could change that to vsay, but I don't know what to do with the little guy. Vector say.
It's pronounced router.
Told you. Heck. There you go. Good comeback. Clipping. Oh.
Kai0Zine0 is now following.
Kai0Zine0, thanks for Texas Pete to tell me how to pronounce that. Welcome to the stream and thank you for the follow. Oh, this little guy. What did we do about him? From my experience of SV, there's a 50-50 chance they were Americans or just people living in America. Yes. You can't see him again. I keep forgetting you can't see him. I'm sitting here looking at him. You guys can't see him. So the SDK will stop working once we can't auth with their servers. I'm guessing. Oh, Mike, you're funny. Ugh, that was a jerky move. It should be easy to test. Just to disconnect your connections sometime and see how much of them still works. I guess. Yeah. I guess. Poor little fella. Feel sorry for him. Super quick, Rockwell 428. Super quick question, kind for anyone. Sorry for the length of my question before I start. Well, one of my friends thinks her i5 processor 4 is failing, and she can't stream now because of it. It's still working, and she's still streaming, but she can only stream games that are easy on her computer. She said she found an i7 for £200 and change, and she's convinced it's the processor. I'm trying to tell her they don't usually fail and don't do what she's describing. It could be many things. Like, has she checked her internet speed? What's the PC like when she's gaming without streaming? Has she checked the temperatures in the PC? Has she checked for fans failing? Is the graphic card okay? The list is endless. Here is a link to the GitHub issue that is talking about what will happen when Anki shut down the servers, as discussed earlier on stream. Yes, could be dodgy RAM. Absolutely. Could be loads of things. If you need more help, you can jump into our Discord and post it in there, and I'm sure we can talk about it some more. Dust in the case. I would think the processor would be the last kind of issue. I agree. It's unlikely to be the processor. It can happen, but I've been working in the PC repair world for 20 odd years, and I think I've seen one processor fail. Wow, what's he doing now? He's now underneath the camera, fighting with the cable. You're very welcome. That's fine, no problem. Don't worry about the spelling. I can't spell for toffee. It's all good. We're here to help. So, we kind of got the camera motor thing kind of working, but it doesn't move very much. I'll have to turn this camera around so you can see it. So this has been a bit of a lame duck, this thing. Command succeeded. That would have to be a wireless microphone though, wouldn't it? Did that move? It kind of moves and doesn't move. Wow. It's moving ever so slightly. I don't get it. Click and hold. Good idea. Angle boundary warning. Maybe I've mounted it wrong. Don't know. Whoa! Okay, it's just done a complete 360. That was... lol. Yeah. It's like there's a massive delay between the commands being sent and being controlled. Something's starting. Okay, so I've killed that. If I go into what happens if we mess with the servo driver? Because, you know, why not? Oh, I can't type tonight. Oh my word. Sudo main. What? This thing follow? It won't now because I've turned it off. I don't think it's that clever. I don't think it's mounted properly. Because that's meant to be what I've just done there is meant to be reset. It's just ripped the camera cable out as it said. That was the intention, but we were going to code it to do that ourselves. It doesn't do that out the box. I'm having a brain fart. Need the Clarkio fart command. Oh, it's Python on this, isn't it? I'm getting confused between what you do on PC and what you do on Windows. Being lazy now. Well, it won't work now. It's just unplugged itself. Well, only the camera. Oh no, you're right, yeah. Wow, what a crazy stream this has been tonight.
It's been a crazy stream.
Yes, I think we've been going for 2 hours, or nearly 3 hours. Wow, I thought it was only 2.5 hours. I think I'm going to call it a night. Thank you all for joining. Is there anyone we want to raid? It's been an awesome stream. Walkrel 4202, you're so lost. I'm happy to explain it to you if you want to. We've been doing multiple things on the stream, so if you want to have a bit of fun, you can. Cophobia streaming, okay. Mike, just going back to Rockwell, you can type in ping. You need to jump off the desk. You can type in ping vector space say space whatever you want to say, and it'll say it. So we've got a bit of code running this guy for the say command, which we've only just done as you joined, I think, possibly. And then we've got a pan tilt Raspberry Pi camera mount that we've been trying to get to work, and it's been nothing but hell. It didn't work with a Raspberry Pi B Plus, and then we decided tonight on stream to try it with a Raspberry Pi 3B, and it actually powered up on that. It didn't even power on the 3B Plus for some reason. And now we've got some kind of a control over it, and then when we just turned it round, it ripped out the camera module, so that's broke that. Keep it up. That's really cool. Yeah. Oh, shoot. I always leave my subtitle so I don't show up. Nicky Arch. I have Freck and Lena, the only the two I have showing up. Oh, I see. Where's he going? Oh! Don't break yourself now. And don't mount my mouse. Wow. So not seeing where these things are going. Indeed. Indeed, indeed. Why did the music stop? That's never happened before. He's literally trying to mount the mouse. That's what he's up to right now. Okay, so who we raiding then? Cophobia? We're going to go for Cophobia because it's been a weird stream tonight, I have to admit. He wants that mouse. He certainly does, Rock. He certainly does. Thank you for all joining me. Thank you for the support. We'll go over and raid Cophobia, and I will see you Friday next week at 8 PM, if not before. So thank you again, everyone following me, and for the follows, and for joining in, and for the support. And hopefully my next stream will be a bit more organised. Until then, thank you. Have a great weekend. For those in the UK, have a great bank holiday weekend, and everybody else have a normal weekend. Don't forget to follow the live coders, which you can follow us all at livecoders.dev. You can follow me, it costs you nothing, it's free. If you have a Prime subscription and you don't use it anywhere, you can use it here, and it costs you nothing to subscribe to my channel. Other than that, thank you very much, and I shall see you next time.
That's all, folks. Thanks for watching.